Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to look at the 1973 Washington quarter from the United States of America. And if you get one in your change, it's going to look a lot like this. It's over 50 years old. It's beat up. It's still good though. And in fact, you can get these very frequently in your change. They're not going to be a huge value. And it'll have this kind of wear on it where it's actually wearing through the coin here. It'll have hard to read lettering on it. Liberty at the top, In God We Trust under Washington's chin. The date right here, 1973. It's a reeded edge coin, which means it has these lines in it and a texture to it. And then you get onto the back and you see it's the American eagle in the back. United States of America at the top, $quarter at the bottom. This is how it's going to look if you get it in your change. But if you get a collectible one, it might look much more like this. Very much clearer coin here. If we tip it up on its edge, we see really shiny edge. And then if we get over to the back, we can see all these feathers in detail in this eagle. This isn't the best ever, but it's a pretty good one, and you can see some detail down the legs. In 1973, they still didn't put any mint marks on for Philadelphia. The Philadelphia mint mark, or the P mint mark, did not come until 1980. So from 1932 until 1975, no Philadelphia or P mint mark on the coin. Then in 1980, they came out with the P mint mark, but it was pretty hard to tell that it was a P mint mark. This is what the P mint mark from 1980 looks like. We call it the filled P sometimes. Very hard to tell it's a P, and I'm not sure why they went to the P mint mark in 1980. The way you could tell it was a Philadelphia coin before then was because it didn't have any mint mark. What were the other mint marks? Well, they had the D mint mark, and you can see this one right here. And that's a beautiful D right there. And look how nice this coin is. This is just a sweet coin. A little bit of toning on it, a little bit of color when you tip it back and forth. And then we get onto the back of this one. We see this one might be a little bit more valuable. We can see a great beak line there, the little feather coming off the back of the head. We can see feather indentations down the legs, these little tufts here, and between the legs, you can see the feathers. And then if we tip it up a little bit and we look at the back of this arrow, we can see that line in the center of the arrow. That's a pretty good detail. And the feathers underneath the sheaf of arrows, again, great detail. So this coin, probably a mint state coin, not a huge value coin, because a Denver mint one that looks like this probably worth about $15. But there are some Denver ones that are worth as much as $2,750. There's one more mint that you could get it from in 1973, and that's the San Francisco Mint. And you can tell by looking at this one that the San Francisco Mint coins are proof coins. They come in three different varieties. They come in the regular proof variety, which will have this, the whole thing will be shiny, including Washington in many cases. They come in a cameo variety where it's shiny in the back, but Washington looks like it's polished different. And then they come in a deep cameo variety, where if you tip this up, it would be almost black in the back under most light conditions, and Washington would just pop off the coin. This isn't the best cameo, the deep cameo, but this is a cameo, and you can tell it's San Francisco also because there's an S down here, and you can see the mark there for the San Francisco Mint. So they made 600 million quarters in 1973, and some of them are very valuable. Let's go through the numbers of how many they made at each mint and what the values are on these coins. For the 1973 Philadelphia coin, they made 347 million. These are 75% copper, 25% nickel. The auction record is $2,880 from Mint State 68, and they've only found one Mint State 68 ever. If you get a lower level Mint State, maybe a little bit better than this, it would be worth $22. This one here, maybe $4 to $5, but not much more than that. And if you want one of these in pretty good condition, simply buy one of the mint sets. You can often get a really nice looking quarter. At the Denver Mint, they made $233 million. The auction record is $2,750. Something very similar to this would be worth around $15. A Mint State 68, $2,750. Now the most expensive 1973 coin is going to be the San Francisco Mint coin in a deep cameo proof. They made 2.7 million proof sets at San Francisco, and they have found 22 proof 70s deep cameos, which means it's the highest grading you can possibly get for a proof coin. And those proof 70s are worth $4,500. 1973 was the third year of the Eisenhower Dollar. So they first came out in 1971, and you can see these coins are just huge coins. Look at the scale there. Now there are some kind of fun coins or error coins that are worth even more money. So let's take a look at some of those. And here's my favorite 1973 quarter. Look at the colors on this. That's the front, that's the back. Just a really beautiful coin, but guess what? It's not really a quarter. It's a double struck quarter on a 1 cent planchet. So it weighs about as much as a penny, which generally come in at about 3.11 grams. Labeled as a mint error from NGC, it's actually graded as a proof 68 red brown. And the reason, of course, that it's a proof 68 red brown is because you can see there is an S mint mark on there, and it was sold in 2020 for $5,520. Another 73 era coin is this Kennedy half on top of a quarter. The Kennedy half face is on the back of the quarter, and the Washington face is on the back of the Kennedy half. This is labeled as a double denomination error, 50 struck on a 25-cent planchet, sold for $11,750 in 2016. Now this one here is just an amalgam. You can see up here $8,700. It's what's called a mated pair. It's two different Washington quarters stuck together. And if we look at the back, we see that they're stuck together on the back also. A mated pair. There's a couple different coins here, and you can see this one is not quite as legible on the front, but on the back it's very, very easy to see. Coin 1, and the two of them together sold for $8,700. So coin 1 has this on the front, this on the back. Coin 2 has this on the front, but it has this on the back. So between the two coins, you almost get a full front and a full back. All right, let's get back to our coins. So we have the 1973 San Francisco Mint, we have the 1973 Denver Mint, and we have the 1973 Philadelphia Mint coins. Not huge values, but you can get up to a couple grand for the circulating coins, up to around $5,000 for the proof coins. That's all we have today from DC Coinwell International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you have in the comment section.